Real sad story. Uber driver and the passenger got killed. Now this man that smashed into them, he gets 72 years in prison for this Denver crash that killed the Uber driver and the passenger. Not all crashes end in fatalities. It could be very, very dangerous injuries that you could sustain, right? And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But Denver, a Glendale man convicted in a crash that killed an Uber driver and passenger last summer was sentenced to 72 years in prison. Officials announced Wednesday. Jeffrey D. Sloan, 37, was found guilty in August of 2 counts of assault, extreme indifference, leaving the scene of an accident involving death and injury, vehicular eluding involving death and injury, and 2 counts of vehicular homicide. This is the dude there, right? Charming. Mark Carla, 45, the son-in-law of Colorado Springs Mayor John Suthers, and Yasir Hassan, 33, died in the June 9 crash. Carla was riding in an Uber driven by Hassan after attending the Garth Brooks concert at the Broncos Stadium. It's really sad. Those are the 2 people that died, right? Sloan ran a red light at East Colfax Avenue and Colorado Boulevard and crashed into the Uber, police say. Sloan was driving a stolen Jeep Liberty SUV, so he stole the damn thing about 80 miles per hour when the crash happened. A witness saw Sloan walking away from the scene after the crash, according to a probable cause statement. Hassan died at the scene and Carla died several weeks later. 18th Judicial District Attorney George Brauchler prosecuted the case because a Denver Deputy District Attorney was related to one of the victims. My words cannot express the depth of the loss suffered by these families at the hands of the defendant. Brauchler told the court in his sentencing argument the community was robbed of 2 whose greatness was just unfolding before us. We will never know what great things these men could have done. Carla's wife, Alison Suthers, told the court that every week brings another conversation with our 4-year-old daughter about where her dad is. That's so sad. It's just so, so sad. It is impossible to overstate the loss the community feels at these 2 senseless deaths. Hassan's brother wrote an impact statement to the court saying, "We are trying to fill the empty spaces left behind, but we know that no one can fill his place. No one can erase the silence that haunts us or take away the pain from our bleeding hearts," Hassan's brother wrote. Right, so tragically, this ended up in a death. Now, injuries happen to us. Injury just happened to me a few weeks ago. I broke my leg in 3 places. It doesn't mean this was a car accident, but this what happened there was more than a car accident. I mean, it ended up in a fatality. But if you get injured in a car accident as an Uber driver, as a passenger, LegalRideshare.com has put millions into their clients' pockets. Driver, passenger, or victim legal rideshare works to ensure the best possible outcome. As far as the car, if the Uber driver has a car that has property damage in a wreck, unclear how to handle the insurance claims process, or even which insurance company to call, the attorneys of Legal Rideshare provide the information you need to get moving. If you are injured during a trip and you're losing wages, Legal Rideshare also kicks in. Now, another service that I can highly recommend is the Gig Protection Plan COVA, because if you get into an accident like that and you end up in the hospital, sadly these people died, but if you end up in the hospital or if your car ends up in the body shop, obviously losing money, you're not able to work, and COVA kicks in and covers 80% of your salary. And by the way, plans only start at $7 a month. I give you a free month with COVA beneath this video. I also give you the Legal Rideshare link in case, God forbid, I hope you never get into an injury, but if you do, they're the only ones to call. And our hearts go out to those families, to Carla and Hassan and their families, sending you love and light. And we pray that you get some sort of closure. Thank you.